If you feel the same, then go to Matt's new website, thematlockshow.com. Matt is a friend of the Gavin Mitchell Show, and he's a conservative podcaster and talk show host who will shoot you straight and provide information that is important to the conservative listener. You'll hear political commentary, news, and he'll discuss the current issues that will affect you during this election season. Listen to Matt's daily podcast anytime on his website at thematlockshow.com, spelled MATTLOCKE, or find his show on Spreaker.com and TuneIn.com. He's also syndicated on ICR and the Internet's new conservative radio network. Join Matt and his guest on The Matlock Show daily at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific on conservativeradionetwork.com, or listen to any of his 400 archive shows at any time on thematlockshow.com. The Matlock Show, all things conservative politics.
Hi, this is John B. Wells. It's a big world out there and an even bigger universe. So, what interests you? From the conventional to the conspiratorial, from the wonderful to the weird, from the sublime to the silly, we'll talk about all of it, and between all of us, we'll get a glimpse of the truth. Be on board ARC Midnight this Saturday night at 10 on 570 KLIS.
I saw them, I saw them, I really did.
I really like this a little bit, just let it coast for a minute. If you guys haven't realized, we're the Texas Strangers, and sometimes, it feels good to be a gangster. Because we're all three gangsters in here. Not like bad gangsters, but like good gangsters. Good gangsters that you want to tune into. We got somebody coming in rapping, DJ Lack, I guess, or something. But anyways, we're the Texas Strangers. Welcome back. And here's David Carson and Kirk Jones.
Yeah.
Damn, it feels good to be
doing gangster. You know what? Every time I hear this song, I think about getting like a fax machine and taking bare knuckles to it,
like an Office Space.
Yeah,
that's where I first heard this song.
Yeah.
Oh no, well I'm from Houston, so I heard this a lot.
Oh yeah, Houston's gangsta.
Oh well, they're from the 5th Ward. I think the Ghetto Boys.
I think all four of them are, kind of ghetto a little bit. Like
well,
one of them's got
Houston, right?
They're from the.
They all got different colors on.
They're from the 5th Ward.
That's the 5th Ward.
Yeah.
I don't know what the 5th Ward is.
Oh, that's the roughest part of Houston.
Is it?
Go ahead and fade that stuff down.
All right, my bad.
That's kind of like.
What about like the 1st through 4th Ward? What
it's that? Okay.
But once you get once you cross 4th and the 5th, that's the roughnecks.
That's what, yeah. it's kind of like Oak Cliff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like
I've
like
heard
down there, like down there where you trying to pick up a woman the other day.
Harry Hines.
I did not try to pick up a woman.
Whenever we left from the show, and David's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go down here to Harry Hines and see what I can find."
Okay, we'll get into that on the walk off.
Yeah.
So we have a new segment called the walk off, and we'll get into that later. But that was kind of funny though.
We got a nice play-by-play by text on that one.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, you guys really let me down. I thought I was going to see something.
And we need to talk about your Little Women Dallas obsession. We'll do that and what you're watching in another new
that's
segment.
That's part of the walk off.
That's part of the walk off.
That's part of the walk off.
All right.
Okay.
We'll put that in there.
All right. So
David's random text during the night. Dude, I saw a Facebook video of them, and they were like fighting with like balloons, and I was like, "What is this?" They're like whacking each other hard, like hitting each other in the face with the balloon, and they like fall over. Like, oh my god!
Hey, are we going to talk about balloons and smacking each other, or are we going to talk about football?
I mean, we can.
Okay. I mean, we're going to talk about your Cowboys.
Are we? All right.
There you go.
Cool.
I mean, come on now, get excited. Go ahead and play your little drop.
Make the noise.
Yeah. The drop you're talking about?
Yeah, I knew what you wanted.
Oh, I know. I was waiting for the right moment.
They heard that on my mic.
I don't care.
Definitely heard that on my mic.
But anyway.
I want me some glory hole.
Well,
that's right, Jerry. I do want me some glory hole too, there, Jerry.
So speaking of glory hole, I was trying to get Brad to play that for a little while, but he just didn't take up.
I didn't
take
get
the
it.
clue.
I'm not on it today, Dave.
You're never on it.
Whoa!
Okay.
Walks out the studio and never comes back.
I mean, he had a date today, so you know.
He's got other things on his mind.
Yeah. Kirk doesn't have his mic on, so
I was like hitting it, and I accidentally hit it off.
Okay, so
we're dragging.
We're all three dragging, man. It's
all right. So, who watched the game on Thursday night?
Everybody is the highest rated
the
game
Steelers
ever.
and Colts. Is that what we're talking about?
Well, I didn't watch that one.
We're talking about.
Talking about the Cowboys, dummy.
That's not night. That's the afternoon, dummy.
Whatever it was.
Yeah, you're the
It's
dummy.
3 o'clock.
Yeah,
It was dark.
it wasn't dark at 3 o'clock.
It was dark by the time I left Houston.
Very true, because you
It's
were
always
you,
dark in
You were a
Houston.
traveler. You were a very, very good traveler there.
I did the Texas 800 this weekend.
Yeah, and you came in about 44th place.
You did not.
Well, I drove 800 miles in Texas.
Oh, I
did.
thought you meant you ran it. I
No.
ran 800. I thought you ran it 800. I was like, there's no way you ran it 800.
He said Dave ran the 800.
No, I drove from because I live in Fort Worth, Keller. Actually, I drove from Keller to Cypress, which is outside of
Right.
Houston,
I have friends there.
and
Cypress Hill.
Cypress,
so
Fairbanks.
4 hours there, 4 hours back.
Yeah.
That was Thanksgiving Day,
Yeah.
and then on Saturday we went to my wife's family reunion, and that's in Johnson City. That's 4 hours there and 4 hours back.
Yeah.
this is fun, huh?
It was no fun. I never knew that you could get your butt gets tired from sitting in a car too long.
You never knew that?
That's how you get a hernia.
A hernia
Shut
or
up.
You can.
hemorrhoids.
A
That's so
hemorrhoid. That's
dumb.
right. That's right.
A
hernia?
from lifting.
Yes.
Hernias get when you like lift.
That's what I meant.
Sports hernia.
That's what I meant.
It was an H.
Hemorrhoid.
It was
yeah.
an H. Huh?
Yeah, it was an H and an E. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's talk some NFL football.
Now, do we have another funny drop to add?
No,
Let's do it.
Please not. All right, so Todd Archer, he came out a couple days ago, and of course he was misquoted because he turned around and went back onto another program and said, "That's not what I said." He said this is going to be Dak Prescott's best year ever
As a pro.
as a pro. Okay, that's not what he said. He said this could be Dak Prescott's best year ever because the offensive linemen, they're all having, I hate to say all pro because the all pro has kind of like gone away because the Pro Bowl is nothing.
Right.
That's
So when
just
the All Pro is above the Pro Bowl, that means you're like the
The
Pro
best
Bowls
of
of
the
the Pro
position.
Bowls. Yeah, because it's like Pro Bowl is like the All Star game, then the All Pro is like above that.
Okay, but here's my take on this. If it was voted on by the players, who's the best at what position? I understand that. Great, got it. But it's
Which
not
the Pro Bowl is voted on by the fans.
by the fans.
Yeah.
Now,
And they go into a draft and all that stuff.
I took a gander at I guess it was a couple years ago. I think you still vote on the Pro Bowl, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't done it, but a couple years ago, I mean, you can go
The
through
fans
it,
vote. Yeah.
right? And you can go select everybody. Well, who's the best guards? I'm like, man, I don't know who half these guards are.
Zach Martin and
Well, I knew who Zach
and
was.
You know
Ronald
your
Leary.
teams go. You know your teams go.
You know your teams, but you know there's better players out there. Maybe the Kansas City Chiefs has a better guard that I don't know about. But when I watch a football game,
I'm not looking at guard
I'm not
play.
looking at guard play. I'm not looking at, I'm not
So you're looking at like
I'm
the
not a
fantasy
scout.
wise. You're looking at like quarterbacks and running backs and receivers and
You look where the
tight
action
ends
is.
And, yeah.
I'm watching the play develop.
Yeah.
And yes, I do see a guard or a pulling guard or pulling, and how they pull the centers and yeah, I watched that. I'm like, yeah, he just got blown up, and I like that. I mean, maybe I'm sick. Maybe I like seeing someone get.
Be honest. Please tell me this is the first time this has happened.
Well, do you want me to be honest, or do you want me to tell you that this is the first time?
I love that. That's the first time I played that one.
Have you even?
I've listened to them all. I just forget which ones are which.
Can you name the movie?
Oh.
Think about it. We're going to talk football. Once you think about it, once you get it, you can raise your hand, and we'll call on you.
Can I Google it?
No. Until you come
I'm
up
not
with
gonna
it.
get it.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
Then go ahead and turn your mic off.
I mean, I can be in the conversation.
No, not really, because you have to answer that question.
Yeah. I don't
You're-
know.
Bradley's in timeout now.
No.
Sorry, Tammy.
No, you can't.
Sorry,
you
Tammy.
can't reach over and turn off my mic. Yeah.
So,
You probably could, but
possibly.
Unplug your headphones.
yeah. I could still talk.
Okay, so number one team in the NFL is the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
All right. Who's number two?
I think I've already seen these, so I'm not going to answer.
Well, I asked you a question. How can you not answer?
Because are you going off like the ESPN power rankings?
I don't care.
Oh, it's just who's number 2 in the league?
Yeah.
Oakland Raiders.
Okay. 3.
New England.
4. Like
Seattle.
it matters. Okay, so last week, while we had the week off, we were talking about, well, most of the other talk shows are talking about, it's going to come down to Seattle and...
Kirk is like jacking the stuff over here, and I'm like,
So-
what's going on? I see that in the corner of my eye, like blinking. I'm like, what's
we were
going
like
on?
sleep deprived over here.
I know. I'm sorry.
So
Delirious.
it was between, okay, who's really better? Is it Seattle or is it the Cowboys? And in my mind, I was like, well, it's kind of like a no-brainer. I think it's the Cowboys.
After Seattle scored 5 whole points against Tampa Bay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you going for a sound effect over there?
He was.
I'm doing
it's
some.
cra-
I'm doing some
yeah,
Morse code and
Okay.
seeing if Brad can decipher it.
Dude, that's like giving me like tripping out my eyes, so I don't think you should do that anymore. It's like around the corner of my eye, I'm
You
like
can
seeing
see it,
stuff.
though? You can see
I
it, though?
can, yeah. There's like the little lights on the board.
No, I was
Whoa.
messing with you.
So, as it stands right now, the Cowboys are, if they win Thursday night,
Uh-huh.
they clinch home field advantage all the way through.
No. If they win Thursday night and then Tampa Bay or
It has to do something with that.
somebody else loses and they get a playoff berth, but I don't think they've clinched home field yet.
Well, they're 10-1, so there's still 5 games
Exactly.
left.
So I don't think they've clinched home field yet.
So let's say who's second in the league? Seattle.
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 7-3, right?
7-3
7-3-1.
and 1. Yeah.
So if they won 5 in a row
Okay,
and they lost 5 in a row, well, yeah.
That's right.
Playoff berth. If they win Thursday and then Minnesota or Tampa Bay loses, they get a playoff
Well,
berth.
they're playing Tampa. They're playing Minnesota. So if they do,
Oh
win,
no, it's not Minnesota. It's Tampa Bay and somebody else. I
So
forget.
Detroit 7-4, Atlanta 7-4, and Seattle 7-3-1.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me.
yeah, but that playoff berth sounds right.
So a couple years ago, quite a few years ago, the Indianapolis Colts went into I think they were like 11-0 or 10-1. Same scenario.
They were undefeated. You talk about the Cowboys beat them.
Maybe I don't.
It was 2013, right?
Whenever DeMarcus Ware sacked them to end the game.
No, it was further back than that.
Yeah.
Further back than that.
Like 2006, 2007, something like that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
2006, 2000. Yeah, that sounds about
Something like that.
Something like that.
Peyton was still there.
Yeah, during the Peyton. But
Yeah.
during that time frame, they took they rested their players.
Mhm.
Peyton Manning only played like 1 or 2 quarters of a game,
Yeah.
and one thing led to another. Early out,
Kirk, you need to stop that. We're trying to have a good conversation here.
Early out in the playoffs. Early on in the playoffs. So this team's rolling. You take the chance of resting your players.
No way.
Well,
Until maybe the last game, yes, but maybe for like a half, because I know they're talking about resting Zeke and that. You don't do that.
if you rest them, then
they got to be fresh.
Yeah, you can. They'll have rest and stuff when it comes to playoffs, and that's when you actually need them.
They've actually handled Zeke, I think, very well. He's still going to get under 350 carries.
Right. Now,
because they put Morris in there a lot. Yeah.
Well, see, I really think that now that you pretty much once you clinch that home field advantage, you're number one. You got. I'm not saying rest Zeke, but let's make the carries the same. If you're going to run the ball 60 times, 30 times to Zeke, 30 times to Alfred Morris.
So you're saying 50-50 split?
Well, 1 time to Lance Dunbar.
for your UNT pride there.
Well, no, he only has a couple of select plays for him.
They haven't used him as much as I
No,
thought
they
they
haven't.
would.
Not really.
Well, because Zeke's taking his third down role.
Well, I thought maybe they would
away.
use him as just
He's
Zeke.
playing special teams a lot.
yeah.
Oh, Zeke's gonna.
He plays every down.
Yeah, he can pick up a guy coming a linebacker or a corner or a safety that's blitzing, and he'll put him on his butt.
Right.
So Lance
He
Dunbar won't
eats.
do that.
Because he eats. Zeke eats.
Have y'all seen that video of him
Oh,
with the cereal?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, they're making fun of the Breakfast Club. Yeah.
Okay, let's get into that.
You don't
want me to
like
bring it up
that?
so we can listen to it?
No, I don't want to listen to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
bring it up.
No,
Bring it
What?
up. Bring it up.
I'm confused right now.
the whole feed me thing. That motion where he gets up and he has the spoon like feed me. I hate that movie.
Why?
I
You hate it because he does it, or did you hate it before he did it?